Welcome to Ion Radio. I'm Ken, and today we are going to release the 16 fleets that will be entered into our This Is Madness 2023 tournament. All fleets have been seeded based on a relative strength formula that generally corresponds with the average damage potential of each ship. All squadrons were included in our formula, and those with the bomber keyword were considered somewhat more powerful than those without. Some upgrade cards, such as linked turbo laser towers, were used for tiebreakers. Now, just like last year, we received over 30 fleets, and narrowing it down for us was rather difficult. So what we ultimately opted to do was create a group that we felt was close enough in strength across all 16 fleets. So our end result should create fairly close battles even when the 1st and 16th seeded fleets face off. So now, along with John's help, let's take a look at all our fleets, their rankings, and then I'll be back for a little bit more information on our This Is Madness series.
This list comes from Andrew B. It is a Bail Organa list. Bail Organa is sitting on a Venator 1 class Star Destroyer with Intel Officer, Ordnance Experts, Intensify Firepower, Flak Guns, and the Tranquility title. There are 2 Pelta Transport Frigates. They are both identical. They have Clone Navigational Officer, Projection Experts, Parts Resupply, and Reactive Gunnery. For squadrons, there are 2, Anakin Skywalker in his Y-Wing and Kickback.
This fleet is brought to you by Lord Kinbote. Coming in at 297 points, we have an Admiral Sloane fleet. Sloane is on a Quasar Fire 1 with disposable capacitors and boosted comms. There's a Venator 2 with Emperor Palpatine, Ordnance Experts, Electronic Countermeasures, External Racks, Assault Proton Torpedoes, and the DBY-827 Heavy Turbo Lasers. There is a Gazanti Cruiser Flotilla with CommsNet, and 4 squadrons, Whisper, and 3 TIE Phantom squadrons. Coming in at 299 points is a fleet designed by Danger Panda. It's a Rieekan fleet. Rieekan is on board an Assault Frigate Mark IIB with Lando Calrissian electronic countermeasures. There is a CR-90 Corvette A with Hondo Onaka turbo laser reroute circuits and the Jaina's Light title. A second CR-90 Corvette A with turbo laser reroute circuits. A Hammerhead Torpedo Corvette with Ordnance Experts, External Racks, and the Gorell's Honor title. 4 squadrons, Tico Celshu and Green Squadron.
This list is brought to us by J.J. Byrne. It is a Mon Mothma list coming in at 300 points. Mon Mothma is sitting on a Hammerhead Torpedo Corvette with external racks. The next ship is an MC-30 Scout Frigate with local fire control, reinforced blast doors, external racks, and linked turbo laser towers. The next ship is an Assault Frigate Mark IIB with boarding troopers, linked turbo laser towers, and the Paragon title. The final ship is a GR-75 medium transport with CommsNet. For squadrons, we have Corran Horn and a generic E-Wing squadron. This fleet's brought to us by Mika P with a General Kraken list, coming in at 298 points. General Kraken is sitting on an MC-30 Torpedo Frigate with Expert Shield Techs, Ordnance Experts, Assault Concussion Missiles, and the Foresight title. The next ship is a CR-90 Corvette A with Turbo Laser Reroute Circuits and Jaina's Light title, a CR-90B with Ezra Bridger and heavy ion emplacements. The final ship is a GR-75 medium transport. Squadrons are Shara Bay, Tycho Chelchu, and 2 YT-2400s.
Totaling 296 points is a fleet designed by IrishMadCat. This is a General Dodonna fleet. Dodonna is on an MC-80 assault cruiser with Kursta Agate, auxiliary shields team, advanced projectors, reactive gunnery, point defense ion cannons, and linked turbolaser towers. There's also a CR-90 Corvette A with Ezra Bridger, turbolaser reroute circuits, and the Jaina's Light title. 4 squadrons, Lando Calrissian, Ketsu Onyo, and 2 YT-2400 freighters. Coming in at 300 points is a fleet designed by Rieekan. Rieekan has put together an Admiral Mahdi fleet. Mahdi is on an ISD Simoon 1 refit with Emperor Palpatine, Intensify Firepower, Gunnery Team, Quad Laser Turrets, Linked Turbolaser Towers, and XI-7 Turbolasers. There's an Architon's Light Cruiser with Captain Nita and Turbolaser reroute circuits, and a Gazanti Cruiser Flotilla with Comsnet and Suppressor title. 4 squadrons, Major Reimer, and a VT-49 Decimator.
This fleet is brought to us by Jeff Carpenter II. It is a General Grievous list coming in at 299 points. General Grievous is sitting on a Providence carrier with Chart Officer, early warning systems, hardened bulkheads, external racks, point defense ion cannons, and linked turbolaser towers. Second ship is a munificent comms frigate with Chart Officer, medical team, reserved hangar deck, point defense ion cannons, linked turbolaser towers, and the Tide of Progress title. For squadrons, we have Flak Archifo prototypes, we have a Belbibub 22 starfighter, and 2 Droid Tri-fighters.
Imperial Straw Destroyer has built a 300-point Admiral Screed fleet. Screed is on an interdictor suppression refit with Reva Demesny, auxiliary shields team, grav shift reroute, targeting scrambler, heavy ion emplacements, and the interdictor title. There's a Gladiator 1 with ordnance experts, assault proton torpedoes, and the Demolisher title. And a Gazanti Cruiser Flotilla with Comsnet. 4 squadrons, Darth Vader comes into play with his TIE Defender, Tel Truvura, Black Squadron, and a generic TIE Fighter Squadron.
This fleet is brought to you by Ober Mutant. It is an Admiral Constantine list coming in at 300 points. Admiral Constantine is sitting on an interdictor suppressor refit with Taskmaster Grint, projection experts, X7X gravity well projectors, G8 experimental projectors, and the interdictor title. The second ship is an ISD Kuwat refit with Captain Nina, ordnance experts, pylon Q7 tractor beams, reactive gunnery, point defense ion cannons, and assault proton torpedoes. The last ship is a Gazanti cruiser with Admiral Titus and Comsnet. This list is brought to you by Camillus of Rome, the winner of last year's Madness series. It is a Krista Agate fleet coming in at 296 points. She is sitting on an Assault Frigate Mark IIB with Skilled First Officer, boosted comms, advanced projectors, and linked turbolaser towers. There is a CR-90 Corvette A with turbolaser reroute circuits and Jaina's Light, a GR-75 medium transport with Bomber Command Center, expanded hangar bay, and the Bright Hope title. For squadrons, we have Hera Syndulla in her X-Wing, Biggs Darklight, Jan Ors, and 3 X-Wing squadrons.
Designed by Giraffosaur is a 295-point Count Dooku fleet. Dooku is on a Providence carrier with Pastel Argent, electronic countermeasures, hyperwave signal boost, and linked turbo laser towers. There's also a Gazanti Sea-Rock cruiser flotilla with Teaks, weapon battery techs, and overload pulse. For squadrons, we have General Grievous, Flak of Frack prototypes, DIS T-81, a Belbulab 22 Starfighter Squadron, and 2 Droid Tri-Fighter Squadrons. This fleet is a Martuk fleet designed by Baudolino at 296 points. Martuk is on a hard cell transport with Teaks, Expert Shield Tech, Projection Experts, and the Beast of Burden title. The largest combat ship in this fleet is a Providence carrier with Rune Hakau, Early Warning System, Intensify Firepower, Point Defense Ion Cannons, and H9 Turbo Lasers. Completing this fleet is a hard cell transport with Wat Tambur, Expert Shield Tech, Auxiliary Shield Steam, Parts Resupply, and Foreman's Labor.
This list is brought to you by McSweetie. It is a Luminara and Dooley list, coming in at 298 points. She is sitting on a Venator 2 class Star Destroyer with Expert Shield Techs, Flight Controllers, a SPAT, Early Warning Systems, Ordnance Pods, XI-7 Turbo Lasers, and the Resolute title. Pelta Transport Frigate is its second ship with Projection Experts, Parts Resupply, and Reactive Gunnery, with the TB-73 title. For Squadrons, we have Anakin Skywalker in his Delta 7, along with the Ahsoka Tano and Axe. This fleet is brought to you by Rieekan with a Kraken list. Kraken comes in at 300 points and is sitting on a Munificent Star Frigate with Pastel, Auxiliary Shield Teams, Thermal Shields, Point Defense Ion Cannons, Linked Turbo Laser Towers, and the Sa Nalor title. The second ship is a Recusant Support Destroyer with T-Series Tactical Droid, Boarding Troopers, Pylon Q7 Tractor Beams, Linked Turbo Laser Towers, and the Nova Defiant title. The last ship is a Gazanti cruiser with Hondo Anaka and Overload Pulse. For squadrons, we have 2 Vulture Droid fighter squadrons.
Coming in at 290 points is a General Ramadi fleet designed by Dublock. General Ramadi is on an Imperial 2 Star Destroyer with Intel Officer, Gunnery Team, Flak Guns, Electronic Countermeasures, Point Defense Ion Cannons, and XI-7 Turbo Lasers. The second ship is an Interdictor Suppression refit with Minister Tua, Projection Experts, Flak Guns, Grav Shift Reroute, G7X Gravwell Projector, Point Defense Ion Cannons, the Interdictor title, and Reactive Gunnery. Okay, that completes the full composition of each of the 16 fleets in the This Is Madness series. A huge thank you should go out right now to all of our patrons, Discord members, and YouTube subscribers for your submissions. Now, the first round of Madness, 8 matches, will be released in March and conclude prior to Adepticon. And then join us for 4 days of Armada matches as Ion Radio brings you the 2023 Star Wars Armada World Championship live on our channel. After a short break, we will then conclude Madness in April and get back to our normal 400-point battle reports in May. Now, like last year, I am working with Ed to potentially bring 8 of the remaining fleets that were not chosen for Madness into the fold with another Monster Madness series. So more on that as we get through our pre-production. Unfortunately, this will not happen until summer, and again, that's because, well, we're live streaming Adepticon. So thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and then join us on Discord, where you can chat with me and John and the rest of the Ion Radio community. Of course, if you are interested in a set of range rulers or defense token trays, check out Admiral Tater's Ship Shop for all your acrylic needs. Special shout out to all of our patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. We could not do this without you. And until next time, I'm Ken, and this will be madness.